So first task is I'll create a project. So I'll go to File, New, and Maven project. If it is not there available here, you can go to Others and you can select Maven. Select Maven project, not module. Click on Next. I'll select this Create a Simple Project. Click on Next. I'll give com.mockito demo 1 as group ID, because Maven projects need to be identified by group ID, artifact ID, and version ID. If you have to add another project to it, you need to know group ID, artifact ID, version ID. So I'll just give some one as artifact ID. Not necessarily name should be same. You can keep whatever you want. I can and click on Finish. Once you click on Finish, you will have here Mockito demo. Focus here, it is saying JRE system library J2SE 1.5. First, I need to deal with this because I'm going to use 1.11. So I'll select the project, right click, properties. Under properties, I will have Java build path. I'll select the existing from libraries, click on edit, select alternate JRE and ensure that it is 11. Just click on finish. Fine. So if you see now, first task after you have created your first project is to ensure that you are selecting the right JRE system library. As of now, you see it is J2SE 1.5 and your Mockito and JUnit, it supports 11 or 11 plus. I mean to say versions in which we are going to work. Though you have for older versions as well, but we are going to work in the recent version. So we need to ensure that our JRE is set properly. To do that, I will just go select my project, right click on it. Once I'll right click, I'll get properties. I'll click on properties. Now from here, I need to see Java build path. Once I click on Java build path, it will show me, libraries as one of the option. I'll select it. Once I'll select, I will get JRE system library, J2SE 1.5 and Maven dependencies. So Maven dependency is fine. I'll select JRE system library, J2SE 1.5. And I'll click on edit, which is there at the right. Once you click on edit, it will say, okay, execution environment is this. I'll go with alternate environment. Click on this. If you click, you will find only this, right? So I need to go and I need to ensure that I'm taking the JRE, which I have installed. To do that, I'll click on install JRE. Once I'll click on install JRE, I'll find that it is pointing to some JRE, which is there in Eclipse itself. I'll click on add. I'll keep standard VM, click on next. Now this is the place where I have to select my directory where I have JDK 11 installed. I'll click on directory. I'll go to this PC and I have here my C drive. I'll click on program files. Not a problem whether it is JRE or JDK. I'll select here JDK 11 and select folder. Now once I select here, I'll automatically get JRE name and all the required library will be added. I'll click on finish. I'll click on apply and close. Now I'll click here. I'll find my JDK 11.0.8. This is the final step. I'll click on finish. You'll find that it changes and I'll click on apply and close. So basically what we are doing is we are changing our JRE from 1.5 to 11, which we have done using these steps. Now, once you have done this, you need to change compilation also. Okay, compilation version also, because your Eclipse will select a particular compilation type. So I'll just go and right click again, same steps, go to properties. Instead of selecting Java build path, now I'll select Java compiler. Now, once I'll select Java compiler, you'll find that it is showing it is compliant to 1.5. I'll change it to 11. These two things are there that you need to change. I'll click on apply. I'll say yes. Apply and close. That's all. So now you have your JDK system library changed to JDK 11, and I have also changed the compilation to JDK 11. Compilation compliance to 11, not 5. Because sometimes what happens, we will have 11, but we will like to compile it using 1.5. It's possible, but we don't want. We want compilation to follow 1.11, and that's the reason we have changed there. Now we'll go to the next configuration step. Now these two are important one. After that, it's all about writing program. I'll double click on pom.xml. Now, if you see, it's an empty one. It is just using whatever we have specified. Now in this, we have to make entries, right? And I know it is difficult to remember. So what I have done is I have kept this file in the software folder, which is shared with you. So if you see, I have already kept this file here, Maven Mockito configuration. This is the file from where I will also copy and paste. You can also take the same file and you can copy paste. Now, first thing that we have to do is to ensure that we are specifying all the required. Now, next step is to first set up certain properties. So I'll just go to the next line. I'll go to my file, which I have created and it is shared. I'll copy it and I will set the properties. So this is what you have to do. Now, what this property means, see, these properties that we are setting is from perspective of controlling this Maven project. We are saying that encoding that it has to use is UTF-8, compiler and target, source and target compilation should be 11, version 11. Though we have changed there also, but it is better to change here also, because tomorrow if you will share this project, it will automatically ensure that it is selecting 11 version. After properties, you have to set build. Some plugins are there which are required, like Surefire, Failsafe. All these are Maven plugins which are used by your Jupyter. I mean to say by your JUnit, right? So I'll just go and copy that also. Okay, ensure that this is closing. I'll select from build opening to build closing now. I'll come back. After end property tag, I'll paste this build also. So if you see, two plugins are there which we are adding. One is Maven Surefire and second is Maven Failsafe. So these are the build. Then comes the most important part, which is dependencies. That what all are the external dependent jars that need to be part of this project, so that I can go ahead and I can start writing mocks. So for that, again, I have kept here dependencies opening and dependencies closing. So I'll just copy from top dependency. I'll come back, copy it. And after build, I'll paste all the dependencies. That's all. I'll save it. This dependency, we have to delete because nothing is there. I'll save it. It is taking little time, but these are the dependencies. One empty dependency is there. I'll delete that just to remember the structure. I'll maximize it so that you can see the sequence. You can check. I'll format it. So that it comes in appropriate format. So dependencies are important. You need to ensure that you have it in the same dependencies which are there here must be there. So we are using here Jupyter because we intend to use JUnit 5. And we are using org.mockito inline so that we get everything related to Mockito. And then we are adding Mockito JUnit Jupyter, where it's actually connector between JUnit and Mockito, you can say. So some of the annotations are there which are using Jupyter JUnit Mockito. Those will come from here. If we are done, you need to just expand Maven dependencies and you'll find all the dependencies added here. Some of the dependencies like Byte Buddy and all are pulled because they are dependency of Mockito. So you should get similar kind of structure. You have to just see that your tags are balanced. I mean to say opening tag must have closing tag, like properties opening is having properties closing. project.build.sourceforce encoding is having its own closing, right? So every tag must be balanced. So Maven is one of the important tool that is used in DevOps as well for automated build. So now what I'll do is I will start creating classes, right? So I'll go to src main, that is main Java, right click on it, new, and first I will create the dependency. For example, I'll say database or whatever name you want to give. Since my documentation has database, I am using here database so that you will not get confused once I share the material. All this code is there on the PPT also. And you can write along with me, public Boolean is available, return false. This is the first method. So without any logical implementation, because we are not aware to which database we have to connect and check for now. Public int get unique ID, return whatever you want. Right. So this is our dependency. And this dependency is making one of the business service dependent on it. What is that business service? That business service is service itself. So it can be any service. So within same package, what I will do is I'll right click new class and I'll write service. Click on finish. Here I'll be writing some methods, but before writing method, I will declare the dependency. And dependency is what we all know. Database. I'm not creating instance here as well, right? Now I will take the constructor with one argument. How to take that? See, right click, go to source, instead of writing, generate constructor using field, this one. It will ask you to select the field. That's it. Your constructor is ready. Now, once your constructor is ready, we will go and we will write a method. So I'll write public Boolean query. I'll write string query, whatever query will be passed. That's what is the intent. It will return database dot is available. Here, this is a sample logic, right? And now I will override toString method. See how to override also. It will generate, right click, go to source and override implement method. I will select here toString. Click on OK. Now this return statement is something which I will change. What I will do here is I will write return using database dependency with ID plus string dot value of database dot is available. This is some logic, okay? It's not that this is intact logic and only this. It's just a scenario which we are using. I'll maximize this so that you can quickly write. So we have created database.java, which has two methods. Now this is the method, but this is what we intend to mock. Okay, and this is what is the service class, which is consuming your dependency. See, I am not creating an instance of database here as well.